Hello and welcome. Today we've got Melissa Redpill, and today we are going to be discussing how the January the 6th committee wants to indict President Trump. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to our Telegram channels and to nicholasveniamin.com for my free email updates. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview, unless, of course, myself and Melissa can choose our words wisely due to the insane censorship that's happening right now. Melissa, thank you for joining me. How are you and what have you been up to?
Everything. We're so having a great time. So I think we can, we're going to have a great time today, but I'm going to have to be very, very careful because we're going to also talk about what's happening, why they're doing the January 6th, because of all this other truth that's coming out. But I'm going to try to be very, very careful. But I'm going to show you guys some links and how you can participate to make sure that when November comes around, that we don't get treated the way we were last time. How's that?
Absolutely. We'll call it the November the 3rd event.
That's what we'll call it. Okay. Y'all got to watch me because I'm so used to being on my channel, and I don't, I haven't really been putting stuff on YouTube, and I can say whatever. I don't have a filter at all. All right. So I'm going to share the screen. Here we go. Ready? All right. Let's see if I can make this happen. All right. Here is, I'm on the wrong screen. Hang on. Back to this. Happy birthday, President Trump. Did you guys know that? Today's his birthday.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Trump.
birthday, President Trump. We love you. And it's actually Flag Day also. And I got to say this also. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but that the Jesus's conception date was 9/11. That's why they say 9/11 is like an emergency, is like, because, he's coming to bring peace and joy and happiness and freedom to the world. And so his actual birthday, President Trump shares his birthday. How about that? He was born at this time of the year, not at Christmas, but it doesn't really matter when we celebrate, his birth. But anyway, I just wanted a little factoid. This just came out and it made me laugh because this January 6th committee is taking the day off because they can't post all the videos. They can't get all the videos together. They've had 17 months to come up with 3 days of content. Nicholas, you are, you work tirelessly every day. How many videos do you do every day? And they can't even come up with some for 3 days. This is embarrassing. So this is what this is a lady right here telling what they just can't do it. We're running circles around them.
Pertaining to tomorrow's hearing, do you know anything about when it will be and what's going on?
I think we're just firming up. There's no big deal, but I'll tell you, the putting together the video and the exhibits is an exhausting exercise for our very small, video staff. So we're trying to, we were going to have 1, 2, 3 in 1 week, and it's too much to put it all together. So we're trying to give them a little room to do their technical work, is mainly it.
There you go. We're running circles around them because we just post and post and post, all of us. They can't do it. They can't. Yeah, they've been up there just playing around, and all of a sudden they try to do what we do on the daily, and they can't even do it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was funny. So, all right. So then the next thing is Zero Hedge came out with this. Okay, so yesterday, this the guy named Thompson, I can't remember his first name, whatever. He's Benny Thompson. He's the chairman of this January 6th committee. And he came out. So they're saying that they're doing all this fact finding. He said, this is not our job to bring an indictment against President Trump or even do a referral for an indictment. That's what he said. He said, our job is to make recommendations because we don't have that authority. So guess who's ticked off is Liz Cheney. She's all mad because she wants desperately to bring an indictment against President Trump. So immediately she goes to Twitter and says, basically, she says the potential of, she tweeted that they have not issued a conclusion regarding potential criminal referrals and will announce a decision on that at an appropriate time. So that's what this is all about. They failed on the impeachments twice.
So why do you think they're so desperate of indicting him now if, Biden's supposedly in charge and that Trump's completely out of the picture? I mean, I can think of two things. Either they know Trump has some kind of powers of coming back, and they want to secure him not coming back by indicting him,
Right.
or this is planned and this is all staged so that when they look like so hard to try to indict Trump, the truth eventually comes out about January the 6th, which would make them look even bigger liars.
Yes. I think you're right on both. Both of those are right. I think you're right on both. And they are, they're panicking because he's so popular, and as someone was saying, that, he'll never, get the nomination. Have you ever seen anyone have people adore him, love him. He's not even running. And the people, he appears and everyone's face lights up. I mean, it just, they're trying to bring him down in any way that they can. They have got to try to destroy him and the movement and make us all look bad. And so it's, they're trying to destroy him and us, this whole movement, because they know we are all gunning for him. That's just all there is to it. And we won't take the what. We won't give up our whats. We won't believe their lies. We do our own social media. We're not their little puppet, their little minions anymore. They're little slaves anymore. So I want you to see that. And okay, so here is y'all. I'm just warning you now. I'm going to play a little clip of Liz Cheney where she's saying this is that the 2,000 mules is debunked. Okay, is that okay if I play that?
Of course.
Okay.
Donald Trump now, quote, clings to more fantastical theories, such as Dinesh D'Souza's debunked 2,000 mules, even as recounts in Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin confirm Trump lost. Those are the correct conclusions to draw from the evidence gathered by this committee. We have much more evidence to show the American people on this point than we can reasonably.
Yeah, but they won't show both sides. They're just showing their side.
But we know this hearing was a complete sham.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Anybody who's got any brain in their head. And I think the fact that all this gas prices and the inflation and the baby formula, I guess you've heard about that. We don't have a baby formula in America. I mean, and even feminine products. I mean, it is outrageous. And so anybody with half a cent, the gas prices, they're saying, hey, they're wanting to look into it. Because back in the day, they're like, just don't bother me. I'm living my life. But now they're like, wait, what's going on? So yes, so that's really what it's at. The point of it, they want to debunk everything that we have to say. So that's what she's saying on this 2,000 mules. And so then Bill Barr comes on at this committee. And just before I came on here, I'm so mad at Jason Miller. He went on to the January 6th and he said Giuliani was drunk going to see President Trump. Of all nights to get drunk, election night is not the night, when they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. I can't even believe Jason Miller. He's like one of the lead people for Trump.
Well, the deep state are very good at choosing, how to label people. They get how they, for an example, if you don't know Rudy Giuliani, like, people that don't follow what he's doing, and he says, oh, he went to see Donald Trump drunk. They make him look like an old man who's got a whiskey, addiction or something.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So they try to match. They try
and
to create.
And he's such a patriot. He's the one who made sure that New York was so, safe. Anyone could walk down the street any time of the day or night. He took down all these, the mafia. Amazing. His son is actually running for governor. He's going to win. This is going to be such an amazing November. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, so this is another little clip, you guys. It's going to tick you off, but I want you to hear what this creep said about Catherine Engelbrecht. She actually lives in my town.
Let's go.
And so with this site right here, you guys are make sure that I don't even know if I should say the word, but vote.org. That's where that is the her website. She's been working tirelessly for years.
We can say that. We can say it. Truth.
It's
for the
okay.
vote. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. Anyway, so this is where you would go if you want to go to your precinct and make sure that the rolls are pristine, clear of dead people, clear of duplicates, that kind of stuff. She's amazing. And so she's done like 18 months of work on this. Of course, Bill Barr doesn't go and ask her. They don't go and ask what, for the facts. They're just trying to paint it, in their light, just as if you were in a court hearing and you only hear from one side. Well, that's ridiculous. You can't do it that way. But here's what he said. And so now, check this out.
Then, in my opinion now, is that the election was, and I haven't seen anything since the election that changes my mind on that, including the 2000 Mules movie.
Yeah, I hope that was okay, because he's basically saying that that the election was perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully that's not. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, they want to, say that everything was okay and that there was no inconsistency with the November the 3rd event, and they just keep pushing that narrative.
Right. But then you see at the end, what's that little nervous laugh when he brings up about the 2000 mules?
It was like a false laugh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so now this is, and I dare not really play this one. This is where Bannon is going off. This is Catherine Engelbrecht from Houston, who from this website here, True the Vote. Okay. Where everybody sign up and do whatever you can to get everything clean in your community. But he is like, we're not playing this anymore. You come across and you try to sully this woman, her reputation after all she's done. I mean, we're not putting up with it. None of us are putting up with it. Even they've got videos all around who are of youth who never really pay attention to any of this, and they're like, we are not for Biden and we are for President Trump. All right. So so the guy who works along with Catherine, his name is Greg Phillips, and he just came out with something yesterday. He put it on. He was responding to Stradamus, whatever his name is. And so this is so interesting because, so it's so small to read, but I'll just read it for you. He says that you said that you are bringing to light something that will be 10 times the exposure of the 2000 mules, 10 times more. Could you give us a hint on when it's going to be released? And so he responded, he said, it may or may not happen July 15th. So that's a month away. And so I understand, they call it the pit. I don't know if it's just like this gigantic dump that you can go and find out maybe what happened in your hometown, that type of thing. So interestingly, this is the same time, the same date as President Trump signed way back in October 17th, 2020. He signed this law designating 988 as the universal number for National Suicide Hotline, starting July 16th, 2022. I mean, how random is that? So we're talking about this plan, this precision plan, and that did he know that all this was going to happen right here? But, my little dog is in here with me. He's crying. We got back from a trip and our cat is gone. And so he's like, but he's wondering, where's my friends? He's been very needy. Anyway, so if you hear him crying in the background, that's him. Anyway, so yeah, wouldn't that be interesting if he already knew that way back 2 years ago, that this would happen July 17th, 16th, whatever. So that's when the suicide hotline. And so why that's so important is, and I want to be careful with how I say this word too, on the board, here are a couple of posts, and the 16th is on a weekend. July 16th is on a weekend, and it's called Suicide Weekend. This post, this very strange post.
So what's your conclusion? What do you think this is about?
Okay, so we've always heard on the boards. Here's another one. There's several. If you go on the board, you'll see that there's like several posts where it was talking about it says Suicide Weekend or whatever, that they will realize at some point that they're going to be arrested. And they don't want that to happen. So they're going to take matters into their own hands. That would happen, and you can I can understand that, because these people are going to be brought before, biblically, the Bible says that they'll be brought before an open shame. Their name is going to be so
What?
just like a curse word. The Bible says there'll be a curse word for all the world. So yeah, if they know that's going to happen, then they would just say, we're checking out.
So why the hotline?
So, okay, because, and I think that's really just a code to say, why do you need a hotline for this? Because you got a lot of people who are checking out.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And I just found, anyway, so this was from this tremendous patriot. I can't remember his name right now, but he was saying, this is really interesting that the timing, we're just, sometimes on the posts are so that it's hard to always understand, what is being said with that post. And so we're always trying to connect dots and say, hey, this is an interesting connection to see that this hotline starts right when the pit is supposed to be, which is 10 times bigger than 2,000 mules, is going to be exposed. And
Okay.
will this exposure, if it's even bigger than the 2,000 mules, if it's going to be that kind of exposure, will many of them check out? So just hang on tight, everybody. It's a wild ride. Because what my contention is, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Melissa with Freedom Force Style Life. I've been a Bible teacher for 40 years. I believe this is Armageddon. It's the end of them. It's the end of their rule over us. And in the beginning of this my book here, I have 2 books that I've written. One is End Times, Major Clues for Minor Prophets. Nobody ever reads these minor prophets, but I do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm telling you what they mean. They've been telling us that this day would come when we would all rise up and we would cast them out, and they're going to be put to an open shame. All right. So the other one I have is End Times and 1,000 years of peace. It's end times for them. Just, if you don't remember anything else, if you don't want to read the book, that's fine. But I've got 700 videos on my site, but it's the end of them and 1,000 years of peace for us. So don't ever worry. So this is one of the things I wanted to show. Oh, this is so cool. President Trump just retruthed this really cool thing. Look here at this picture right here. You see this? This is Mount Rushmore.
Right.
And his face is on there. Someone created this beautiful sculpture, whatever you call it, bronze of him right there on Mount Rushmore.
Wow.
That's a close up of it. Isn't that
I like
cool?
that. Yeah.
Isn't that neat? And he has it that he reposted that. I thought that was super cool. The last thing I want to share super quick is that it talks about, and like I said, I'm always saying how this is biblical. I want everyone to be encouraged, because there's a lot of fake news. The deep church has been completely infiltrated. They're trying to scare us to pieces. They're trying to, to lie to us. And I'm out here because I'm not controlled at all by any of them. And I'm like, you guys don't worry. We're going to win, and we're going to have to keep fighting. And it's crazy, but just keep at perfect peace. And so that's my main job, is to keep everybody encouraged and know that we're going to win. But look at this in Nahum chapter 2, I think it is. It says, Nineveh, which is another word for the New World Order. Okay. They're like a leaking water reservoir. The people are slipping away. Stop. Someone shouts back, but no one even looks back. They're all in this panic. Right, just what you see at this January 6th committee, that is so panic. That is, just like you said, they should, Biden's the president. What do you care about Trump, right? They should be just calm and chill, and we're in control. But you can tell they're panicking. And he says, loot the silver, plunder the gold. That's why it's so great for people to I think, in my opinion, to invest in gold, because look at what's happening to the dollar.
Absolutely.
Look, the currencies are horrible. And even, to be honest, Bitcoin took a gigantic tumble.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I think gold is the way to go. Do you also have silver?
Absolutely. Silver, gold. And I just wanted to remind everyone that I just launched my We the People silver coin, where, it supports the channel for us to do these interviews. So thank you for those who've purchased one already. And it also spreads awareness for the channel. So I will leave the link
so
below
cool
for that too. Yeah.
Okay, that's so cool. I didn't even know about that. I've got to go get one. That's awesome. So yeah, the great news is whatever you have, it's going to retain its value. And that's why they hate Putin so bad, is because they don't control his currency.
Absolutely.
And that's the great thing about gold. It is not controlled by anyone. It is not a controllable asset.
God's money.
And exactly. Thank you.
God's gold standard.
Say it again.
Gold standard.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they even said on the board, one of the very first posts was it listed all the banks throughout the entire world. It was just like, I don't even know how many. And it one day they will all be backed. All the currencies will be backed by gold. And I think he means gold, precious metals, true assets like that. And so this is exactly what it says right here in this verse. He says, there's no end to their treasures. It's vast, uncounted wealth. They have hoarded all of this to themselves, not because they need it, but because they don't want us to have it. And we're going to have it. That's what this is all about. And so that all of us will have true assets. So don't worry about the stock market or any of these other things. Soon this evil cabal will be plundered, empty, and ruined. Hearts melt and knees shake. The people stand aghast, their faces pale and trembling, because they're panicking, and they are like, that's really the point of what I was trying to share today, is that with all this coming out, they're going to potentially try to check out.
Well, I believe we're moving into a time where there will be no poverty. Everyone will have everything, in abundance, and we're able to have the free choice of, having more if we want more. And, we do it with, with a clean, godly, loving intention, if that's to contribute more into our communities. But there will be, I don't believe there will be any poverty. I believe we'll all have what we need, what we want in abundance, and we'll have time we won't be working to survive. We'll have enough time to explore who we are and what our passions are and our purpose. And we would be doing that to give back to our community and to do what we're supposed to be here for,
I love that. That is so well said, Nicholas. That is wonderful. That's exactly really what the Bible says. It says that we'll, and it even says our health will be back. I talk a lot about health on my channel. Go to freedomforce.live/health. You guys, I have tons of ways that people getting pain-free. I see people getting well all the day long, detoxing, all that. But it says that we'll live as long as trees, and we'll have time. How cool is that? And have time to enjoy our hard-won gains, so that you don't have to, like you said, just feel like you're constantly just trying to just eke out a living. So just everybody hang on tight. And it says that, there's a really beautiful passage that talks about when a mother has had her baby, she's going through all the pain and all the labor and all that. And like, we're all in this labor pains, trying to get this kingdom born. And it says, then you forget about all that you've been through.
Absolutely.
It's going to be so beautiful. It says that we'll look for our enemies and we won't be able to find them.
Absolutely.
All these people that we've just been like, can they get out of my face? Right. Then they'll be gone. So anyway, so everybody just keep fighting and hang in tight, and we're going to get there. And then I'll be able to like say, I told you.
Oh, we are. Well, Melissa,
and you will too, Nicholas.
We will. And it's so good to have you on once again. Thank you so, so much. Just to remind everyone, we have Melissa on every 2 weeks. So subscribe to the channel and keep up for her updates like everybody else as well. Melissa, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish?
I just love you to pieces. I love them to pieces. Everybody hang in there. Don't forget, go and check out all my social media on freedomforce.live. And I will see you next Tuesday, 2 weeks.
Absolutely. See you in 2 weeks. Thank you, Melissa. Take care.
All right.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.